welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Wednesday, February 15th, 2023, 3:15 p.m. Eastern. We'll be having a time for change call tonight at 9 p.m. This is involving which way is loose. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. You love what you are doing, you will be successful. Albert Schweitzer. Very true. Our bodies are amazing manifesting vehicles. They have a special energy and intelligence already within them that works like a radio tower, continuously broadcasting our thoughts, needs, desires far out into this universe and beyond, to be later received. Yet like any ligament or tendon, our manifesting muscles can get weak and lazy if not exercised regularly. And if they're overworked, you'll feel a lack of energy, creativity, and joy. So, whether you're spending your days running around, completing every action on your to-do list, or still spinning your wheels, stuck in that same old dysfunctional situation, don't let your dream life pass on by. I invite you to take on this special enlightening experience. It will reboot your mind, reignite your inspiration, and make your life successful in the most fulfilling way. To start strengthening, as you know, many of us have atrophied, and to start strengthening our manifesting muscles this week, start each day with this one manifesting workout. The very first few minutes of each morning, start repeating the word yes, yes, yes in your mind. Let this inner yes message come from deep within you. This is a deep yes to yourself, your life, and everything in it, exactly as it is. By saying yes to who you are, who you've been, where you've been, what you've done, and what you are doing with your life today, you will start to expand your vibration and consciousness. It may be a loud, boisterous yes, or a simple, soft, quiet yes. Yet the more authentic it is, the greater the movement of raw, positive energy. The goal here is to let this inner yes sink deeply into your attitude and thought patterns, so that naturally you're thinking positive thoughts about every aspect of your life. As you will discover, the word yes has many dimensions to it. It is one of the most effective words we can use in the manifesting world. It carries a vibration that instantly shifts everything around. It's the word which every enlightened being uses deeply and frequently. This magical yes mantra is one of the most powerful manifesting workouts you can take on. It holds that essential success frequency that cannot be repeated too much. Every time we overcome a big yes challenge, we will be rewarded. Every big yes can send out into this universe you'll receive another big yes back your way. Whenever you ask this universe for something, anything, it is much more likely to say yes to you. In a short time, you'll find that yes is the most powerful word in the dictionary that will totally transform your life. The magic yes mantra is instantly effective at shifting your overall attitude and feelings about this life. But the best side, the best side effect of all, is it naturally increases your manifesting abilities. The more times you can feel, say, and think yes in 24 hours, the stronger your manifesting muscles will become. You will be able to attract and receive the goodies you desire in this life much easier and faster doing this exercise all through your day. When you're constantly saying yes out loud or in your head, you become a magnet for attracting what you want. This universe cannot say no to you when you only say yes to it. Simply use your creative imagination to focus, visualize exactly what you're saying yes in your life. How do you want your day to unfold? How do you want to feel by the end of your day? What do you want to manifest by this time next year? Imagine all the details you want. Yet always include the feeling of a big, happy, ecstatic yes within it. The essential manifesting secret here is to continue repeating the yes thought, vibration, and feeling as much as you can throughout your day. As you say the word yes over and over and over inside your mind, you'll naturally start feeling life say yes back to you. Let this feeling sink deeply into your bones. Allow this deep, authentic yes become your new approach to everything and everyone in your life from now on. Your life is happening for you, not to you. When you're able to say yes to every sensation that enters your body, you'll be able to welcome each moment of your experience of this life as a friend and teacher. Yes allows you to live a fulfilling life with an open, accepting mind and heart. Let the beauty we love be what we do. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. Rumi. As we practice working out our yes muscles this week, we will soon notice there are certain areas of this life that are more challenging to say yes to than others. Do not get confused and think this exercise is about saying yes to what you don't want in your life. No, this is about getting clear on how to let go of the no that is focusing on what you don't want to manifest. Saying yes is the most enlightening way to say no to what you don't want to manifest. Yet, we don't care to focus our precious creative energy on saying no all the time. Just drill your yes into what you do want and see what happens. This workout is really about saying yes to yourself, to that powerful being who is beyond the positive and the negative outcomes you perceive to be real. This is that powerful being who is beyond the positive and the negative outcomes you perceive to be real. This is an invitation to experience as a flowing river of yes energy pouring through you. It is an experience in saying yes to the pure, unbounded, infinite love that you are, who is much bigger than any single life experience. As the magical yes energy increases inside you, you'll start to feel more empowered, liberated, and energized about everything. Feeling the yes energy around what you want is what makes things manifest in your life. Feelings are the fuel for the manifesting fire to utilize and consume. When you practice repeating the word yes, just make sure your body feels it each time. The feeling is 100 times more important than the thought. The feeling is 100 times more important than the thought. Using your feelings is like pumping iron on the manifesting playground. Take 30 seconds right now to see if you can increase the feeling and general sensation of yes throughout your body. Turn up the volume twice as loud as it's ever been before, and notice how this one little word has the power to shift your life in the most positive ways. Nothing is chance or coincidence in this universe. When we consistently do our inner work, we will see that we have the power to manifest anything we want. We will know that our life changes needed to happen exactly the way they did for our soul's highest evolution and growth. The yes mantra will awake you to realizing how perfect your life actually is and how amazingly powerful you truly are. The most simple things in this life are often the most profound. And in a few days of being a yes-aholic, you will find your energy to skyrocket beyond all your problems and see how everything is an opportunity in disguise. Be lamps unto yourselves. Be refuges unto yourself. Look not for a refuge in anyone besides yourself, the enlightened one, Buddha. Devotion to the yes mantra. Yes, yes, yes. And the key here is we get tricked a lot, and we do this from the ego mind, which really has no impact except to make us feel impatient, hurried, rushed, fearful. So you've got to make sure it comes from the heart mind. Ask yourselves, what do you want more than anything in this life? What do you want more than anything in this life? If you were given one magic wish, what would be guaranteed to come true tonight? what would it be? The answer you find will reveal what is the real purpose of your life and a root reason why you are here. What is the greatest experience you are after in your life? Is it possible you can create a feeling that you're arriving there right now? Be open. It might be something you can give yourself instantly instead of running for years after that carrot on the stick. Be aware who is in charge of the relationship you have with your mind. Notice what answers you come up with, and don't form any judgment whatsoever. This invitation for you to find freedom from the desiring mind is a very life-challenging and radical task. It is perhaps the most radical and challenging experiment you'll ever take on in your entire life. Yet, try it. Try it out for just the next 24 hours. Do it for the next 24 hours. See if you can step back 1 inch from this desiring mind. Call off your horizontal search for happiness and start resting and relaxing into this peaceful, fulfilled, desireless, vertical reality. This means fully being present to the moment, watching each of your dreams rise and fall away. Just for 1 day, stop the addiction to desire, to the things of this physical world, and rest in your vast spiritual essence. Be free from the mind and be present to that energy, consciousness, and soul of which you truly are. Outwardness of the mind is suffering. Inwardness is happiness, from Anna Maharishi. It's so ironic and healing at the same time. Yet, when we release our attachment to fulfilling our desires, somehow, in some way, our desires magically manifest for us. When we relax our tight, clenched fist on what we really want, we become a receptive, open hand for our desires to fall into. Whatever we want in this life wants us. The moment we didn't have any kind of prison because of this, we had no delinquents. Before our white brothers arrived to make us civilized men, we didn't have any kind of prison. Because of this, we had no delinquents. Without a prison, there can be no delinquents. We had no locks nor keys. Therefore, among us, there were no thieves. When someone was so poor, we're talking about, this is the American Indian tribes. When someone was so poor that he couldn't afford a horse, a tent, or a blanket, he would, in that case, receive it all as a gift. We were too uncivilized to give great importance to private property. We didn't know any kind of money and consequently the value of a human being. That makes a lot of sense. Have you ever had a dream that you were so sure was real? What if you were unable to wake from that dream? How would you know the difference between the dream world and the real world? That came from the movie The Matrix. Morpheus, the character. Most people on this planet have heard the expression that there are two sides to every coin. We've all heard that many times. There's a heads and a tails, which represent the metaphor that everything has its polar opposite in this physical world. We simply need to flip the coin over to realize this and experience that everything has another side to it. Every peak has a valley. Every microcosm has a macrocosm. Every bad occurrence has something good behind it, which balances everything out. We need this contrast to bring about an experience of life. The sun needs the vast darkness of empty space behind it for us to be able to receive its perfect warmth and light. There are some people who have explored these two sides who know about the third side of the coin, which is the edge between the two. This is the very thin sliver of gray energy that is neither black nor white, right or wrong, nor too hot or cold. It has that warm, sweet spot that lives exactly in between these two polar extremes. Finding this edge in your daily life, this sacred meeting point between the negative and the positive, allows us to experience a freedom from both sides. On the edge, you cannot get wrapped up in the dramatic story or bias of either side. And realize there is the option of a third perspective to choose from. To remain on the third side all day long is a massive balancing act that leads to a great joy and freedom. It takes mastery. It is like walking a tightrope in a circus where one small slip and you may fall back into the drama of polarity consciousness. You must choose to be very conscious, to always remain on this third side of the coin, and yet the benefit is a lifetime of harmony between your mind and heart, and freedom from all thoughts and emotions. We discover a natural, gentle freedom from situations which would have previously made us feel emotionally imprisoned or stuck believing in some unbalanced point of view. Meeting someone who is living their life balancing on the third side of the coin is quite a rare occurrence. Yet to encounter a person who knows about the fourth side of the coin is never heard of. Have you ever considered that there is a fourth side of the coin to be explored? Most people haven't. Which is why I'm curious. If you can imagine or guess what the fourth side is right now, I invite you to take some time to let your imagination really fly with this one before I tell you what it is. The fourth side of the coin is something that cannot be forcefully understood by the mind, yet is revealed through a very relaxed, open, and receptive heart. One must choose to let go of all analytical, rational thinking to be drawn into the fourth side, which can happen instantly in a state of crazy laughter or orgasmic ecstasy. The fourth side is spontaneously discovered in the process of stepping back from the mind, seeing the mind truly for what it is, and noticing how expansive it feels when the mind drops its grip on your life. The normal self is the mind. The mind is with limitations, but pure consciousness is beyond limitations and is reached by investigation into the I, Ramana Maharishi. Imagine a room without a ceiling, and is also missing all the walls, corners, or edges. This is the space that the fourth side of the coin takes up. A room without a ceiling, and is also missing all the walls, corners, or edges. This is the space that the fourth side of the coin takes up. It is experienced as a state of being or presence, which is beyond all three sides of the physical coin. The fourth side has no boundaries, no limitations, no time constraints, and no set beliefs on what's not possible in this universe. The fourth side is always bigger than the mind can imagine. It is truly immense. And if we took an entire day to talk about the fourth side of the coin, we would still just graze the surface of it. Once you discover it, you'll find that words cannot touch it. Thoughts cannot contain it. It is that sacred mystery which opens us up to our infinite nature. The fourth side was best described in the movie The Matrix. When Neo approached a little bald prodigy child who was bending the spoon with his mind, the boy says to the perplexed-looking Neo, "Do not try and bend the spoon. That's impossible. Instead, only try to realize the truth that there is no spoon. Then you'll see that it's not the spoon that bends, yet only yourself." What the boy was pointing towards was the metaphysical understanding of the fourth side of the coin. It contains an energy that connects all things because it is indivisible, undividable, and always consciously here, permeating every thought, feeling, and atom in this universe and beyond. Stepping over to the fourth side is similar to leaping from the third dimension to the fourth dimension of consciousness. It's like a mini drug trip that blows the mind out of any context or safe container it was previously living in. The fourth side is all about creating a mindless, timeless experience felt within the body. It is only when we're truly free from all this mind chatter, when the mind has stopped making up stories and is no longer running the show, telling you what to do, what to believe, how to see things, that you finally begin hearing the deeper silence inside. From this place, the fourth side is instantly revealed. I could explain the fourth side in technical scientific terminology. Yet most likely your minds would just throw that definition into a little box and say, "Oh yeah, I get it." I know exactly what it is now. This is not the purpose of the fourth side. Its reason for existing is to keep our minds opening, always guessing, so that we are continuously expanding our state and accessing the most magical parts of our being. The mystery of the fourth side is meant to keep us living in a state of wonder, where we are opening and surrendering to this life, so that eventually we become released from the trap of the logical, rational mind. Just watch the mind. Notice how it's always thinking about something, always seeking for something. It wants more things, more ideas, more food, more stuff, more money, more plans, more desires to try and fill its life up with. The mind never takes a vacation, nor gives us time to notice the immense mystery which is all around us. If the mind settled down and gave us one day of complete silence inside, everything would change. We would find our true infinite self and see that there was much more to this life than this busy mind. This is exactly what exploring the fourth side is all about. The self is here and now and alone. It is not new and something to be acquired. It is natural and permanent. The term self refers to the unlimited, the infinite self. Do not limit its meaning. Ramana Maharishi. Now perhaps you may be wondering, how does exploring the fourth side apply on a practical level to improving my daily life? Well, it comes down to the most basic foundational truth in the realm of manifesting. When we are on the fourth side, we realize that we are the ultimate creator of our lives. We see precisely how we are the ultimate authority, giving permission for every single experience in our lives. The fourth side is for stepping back from the other three sides of the coin, seeing the bigger picture of duality from a distance, and discovering that we are the ones who are seeing, perceiving, designing this whole cosmic play before our very eyes. We see that everything in our lives were first generated by our mind and manifested into reality from an acceptance of our beliefs, desires, and intentions. A good question to ask yourself is, do you believe that if you cannot see something, then it does not exist? Do you believe that? Do you believe that if you cannot see something, then it does not exist? You cannot see air, yet you know there is something there to breathe, right? Accepting that the fourth side of the coin exists, even if you cannot see it, is the first step towards discovering it. Most of us have very rational and reasonable minds, which do not want to let go too easily, blindly believe that something unreal is real. If this sounds like you, then you'll need to get curious about exploring what is observing the other three sides of the coin. What is this that is perceiving the other three sides to be real? Is the great observer, the infinite watcher, and divine seer real? It is this eternal point of observance that our doorway, an entrance ticket to experiencing the awesome enlightening dimension of the fourth side. By resting in our inner observer, seeing all three sides of the coin throughout our day, there naturally arises an experience of a mysterious something that is behind and beyond our thoughts. By giving space to the observance of this experience, we are expanding into the fourth side of the coin. By giving space to the observance of this experience, we are expanding into the fourth side of the coin. Then you may suddenly realize that this mysterious something is also the producer, director, and screenwriter of this movie called The Life of, whatever name you want to put in there. You see, where you are not feeling in control of this movie, trying to micromanage where it should and shouldn't flow, when we step onto the fourth side, the you disappears, and the channel of flowing creative thoughts moves through your mind and body in each new moment. It is in this space that you see that you are the one creating the resistance and allowance of the manifestation of all your desires and ultimately your ideal fantasy life. If we are to fully be in this world, living in this 3D realm, we need to get beyond it. When we are locked only in the 3D practical 9-to-5 reality, it is pure suffering. Unless we can find an alternative dimension to play in. The honors, that honors this unlimited creative spiritual being we truly are, we simply cannot relax, breathe, and feel safe here. We deeply need the foundation of the fourth side in our daily lives if and when we are to relish and appreciate this 3D materialistic world. If we don't have a realm that expands us beyond the mind, we would have no mystery to uncover. And daily life soon becomes hopeless, boring, and meaningless. It is the great mystery of the fourth side which will always keep us feeling alive and in a state of wonder. The fourth side is forever there, yanking us out of our sleepy little fish bowls, out of our velvet rut of known truths, of our socially agreed upon lifestyle, and shredding all of our assumptions of how we thought the entire universe was. When we start to look for the fourth side in our everyday life, we can consciously break free from living in the known and get out of that confined container of the mind and start to really pulsate with life. The mind is intangible. In fact, it does not exist. The surest way to control it is to seek it. Then its activities cease. Ramana Maharishi. I've heard it said that it is our deepest love and fear that drives us in this life to become who we truly are. right? It is said that it is our deepest love and fear that drives us in life to become who we truly are. It is karmically there, always pushing us beyond the boundaries of who we believed we once were and what we thought was possible or impossible. When we embrace all that we love and fear, we step out beyond our edge and move through the one thing we are most afraid to do, and love the person that we most yearn to love. It is taking this risk to embrace our love and fear that makes our lives truly amazing. It's through the risk that we find that perpetual crack in the doorway that always opens us up to the fourth dimension of infinite possibilities. Perpetually taking this risk gives us all the power we need to receive the greatest abundance we yearn for in our lives. So perhaps you're wondering, how does one know when they've reached the fourth sign? Are there any signs to see? You know you've got at least one toe touching the fourth side when you feel every single detail of your life is perfect, exactly the way it is. When you can trust in life 24 hours a day, seeing how it is effortlessly manifesting everything you want through your every thought, desire, and an intention. You feel appreciative and unburdened by all that occurs or doesn't occur. You see the Grand Master play behind it all, and you realize that the one thing you're truly responsible for is your happiness in each moment. On the fourth side of the coin, life becomes a constant manifestation playground. You get to experience firsthand how powerful you actually are at creating your reality. You also get to see how easy and fun your daily life truly is. There are no mistakes you can make when you're on the fourth side. There are no accidents or coincidences. You see that every single incident that occurs is part of the greater divine plan. Understanding this, you take advantage of this perfect opportunity here and start to design the most fantastic, enjoyable, and healing scenes anyone could ever imagine painting on life's blank canvas. On the fourth side, we are free from the heaviness of responsibility because we feel this highly intelligent universe is working through us. We stop entertaining ourselves in the narrow-minded games of the first and second sides of the coin. We realize that only from integrating the third side and seeing the bigger picture from the fourth side can we truly enjoy playing this universal manifestation game with everyone around us. The fourth side is our passageway to finding total freedom and enlightenment in this lifetime. It is an exquisite, enlightening space where we find that there are no heroes, perpetrators, or victims here. There is nobody to blame or point at for why things are the way that they are either. There is just acceptance of what is, and a deep allowance and recognition of the divine, all-intelligent perfection that is everywhere. If and when you want to experience the fourth side this week and manifest more of what you want in this life, you must choose to start with doing something different to begin shifting your consciousness. There must be a willingness to let go of who you thought you were and open up to something totally fresh, alive, and new. The more you can surrender to this deep letting go process, the more all the enlightening attributes of the fourth side will naturally reveal themselves to you. Your life is meant to be a fun, joyous adventure. everything you want to manifest in love, money, health, sex, and your intimate relationships can and will be yours one day. You simply choose to expand your mind, increase your consciousness, raise your vibration high enough. By exploring what is within the fourth side of your coin, your desires will easily and effortlessly find their way into your life. Always remember, deep in your heart, that all is well and everything is unfolding as it should. There are no mistakes anywhere at any time. What appears to be wrong is simply our own false imagination. That's all. Robert Adams. I'll join you in the meditation. I'll return to Take a slow, easy breath in through the nose, and a slow, easy breath out from the mouth. Remain still. Embrace this great challenge. The invitation today is to sit with whatever it is that's troubling you in your life. Whatever your problem, worry, or concern is, just sit with it and within it until you have found peace. Do not move a muscle until you are truly okay with yourself on the deepest levels and no longer disturbed by this life challenge. Unhappiness perpetuates when we don't meet issues face to face. When we don't think we are bigger than the issue, we avoid it. The truth is, what can be bigger than the soul that you are? Whenever something difficult that arises and you take the time to sit and embrace it, you are not trying to change it, but merely understanding what its real purpose is on a beneficial level. Approach that hardness, which is bubbling up from within you, with a sweet curiosity. When you meet any negative energy, ask it immediately, who are you? What are you here to teach me? What could you possibly need to learn at this stage of your life? It most likely has something to do with what you are here to receive. Asking the difficult parts inside you some questions will take you deeper inside yourself, where you will find all the solutions to whatever you're facing. It is always best to relax and trust this process. The more you can relax, the easier it becomes to continue embracing these difficult parts that are here to help you grow, enlighten, and mature. You will always find your most empowered self residing at the deepest core issue inside. Take this with you for the rest of the day and to the evening and night and the following morning. We will return here tonight, the Time for Change call at 9 p.m. Eastern. Going to be a humdinger. Take care of yourself. Be kind, generous, humble with yourself. Stay in deep gratitude 24/7.